Hello Guardians, it is Pax here, and today we're going to be doing a little bit different of a review. We will be doing the two power weapons from the Iron Banner. First we'll be doing the fusion rifle, the Wizened Rebuke. Next we'll be doing the Day's Fury. Let's get into the Wizened Rebuke's perks. The intrinsic perk on this weapon is High Impact Frame. Sights are Clean Shot, Red Dot Micro. Middle tree is Liquid Coils, and Enhanced Battery. The third perk is going to be Backup Plan. Grants reduced charge time and increased handling speed for a short time immediately after swapping to this weapon. Let's get right into the action and explain this weapon to you guys. For the Wizened Rebuke, it's very easy to get kills with this weapon when you hit your actual bolts on the target. It hits like a truck because of its high impact and high range, and its decent stability. The quick swap perk will allow you to fire this weapon a lot faster for one round that I've found. In the magazine, this weapon is 6 shots, which is a pretty good amount for a fusion rifle. I found in PvP that this weapon is very difficult in some situations. If I'm fighting an enemy and I end up getting first shot on him, but I miss, I'm in trouble. It's very hard to get that second shot on, especially when you're getting shot and you're having to charge this weapon up again, like it goes with most fusion rifles. But with this one, I've found it's very, very difficult to get that second shot off and get lucky to get the kill. I've easily found with other fusion rifles that it is a lot easier to get that kill and not die compared to this weapon. I don't know what it is, or maybe it was just my luck at the time, but consistently I would die after not hitting the first shot of this weapon. I didn't find in too many situations of switching from my primary or secondary to my power weapon giving me the Backup Plan perk in PvP. It really didn't matter because when you run into an encounter, you already have your power weapon up, so this perk is more or less situational. The best way to utilize this weapon, honestly, is to just use it in PvE. It's not as good as in any of the other fusion rifles, and I find it's better to just use other fusion rifles. When you get kills with it, it's not as satisfying as it is with maybe a linear fusion rifle or another normal fusion rifle. It just seems like you got lucky and you're almost taking a deep breath, a sigh, saying like, "Oh, great, I finally got a kill with it." This weapon is a very high risk, low reward weapon, sadly, and I wish it was better because it does look very nice, albeit it is a reskin of another fusion rifle. But it's hard because I really like the Iron Banner weapons just because, they're Iron Banner weapons. They're new loot in Destiny 2, and it's just very difficult for me to shoot down this weapon the way I am. And it's honestly just stuck to a PvE weapon, maybe running heroic events with it, and that's it. I would not stress over not getting this weapon a drop in any of the Iron Banner events. Next in the review will be the Day's Fury, the grenade launcher. This intrinsic perk will be Precision Frame. We have Counter Mass, Confined Launch, and Volatile Launch. The middle tree is Mini Frags and Spike Grenades. I'm going to explain what these two perks do separately and how they work best. The third perk will be Snapshot Sights, faster time to aim down sights. This grenade launcher in PvP does hit one-hit kills. It is very easy to hit one-hit kills if you hit them directly. There are two different types of grenades on this. The first one being the Area of Effect one that is very good for PvE encounters when you have a lot of low-tier enemies, and sometimes, tier 2 and maybe tier 3 if they're surrounded by a bunch of tier 2 and tier 1 enemies. But I found it's kind of weird in a way. When you shoot it and you hit one target, it does the damage, but doesn't have the mini frag perk that it explains. It doesn't cluster and bomb out. There's no actual physical appearance of any other mini grenades or clusters popping out of the main grenade. It's kind of confusing at first, but when you play with it, you'll realize that when you're shooting crowds of enemies, you can see the damage spread out through the crowd. It's almost like it just increases its AoE, and the mini frags is just kind of like a trick. You don't really notice it until you actually shoot crowds of enemies, and you go, "Oh my gosh, that actually did a bunch of damage in a larger area." Now the second one will be the triggered one. You hold down the trigger and you let go, and it activates that way. It also, when you do hit targets directly, it'll explode like that, and just like the normal other grenade launchers, all you have to do is hold the trigger down. This weapon does fire very quickly, and it is very accurate, and it does have a very decent reload. and it's got a deep mag of 7 rounds, and that's pretty good for a grenade launcher. The weaknesses on this, though, is the fact that, one, it's a grenade launcher. You know, you're not going to run around Crucible with a grenade launcher all the time, compared to maybe having, I don't know, a sword, a rocket, a fusion rifle. That isn't the Wizened Rebuke. You know, it's a shotgun is better. You know, there's all these other weapons that you could choose over grenade launchers, sadly, just because grenade launchers are the state that they are in. This weapon is put into kind of a situation where it's kill or be killed. If you don't get that first shot and all you're doing is spraying, you're going to kill the first guy. Yeah, don't get me wrong. But all that concentration and spraying and wasting that ammo to get a kill is going to put you in a situation where the other teammates come and you're screwed. Because you're already going to be damaged from the original guy, and the next guy's going to come up and just finish you off. And that's pretty much just it for this weapon. Both these weapons are not stellar in PvP. They are decent to use in PvP, but I would not try to stress over not getting good with these weapons just because they are a different type of weapon. It's very interesting to actually get a kill with this weapon. Your eyebrows raise immediately and you go, oh my god, I got a kill, oh my god. And it just puts you in this weird mood where you're so ticked because you didn't get all those other kills and you finally got a kill, but there's this sad tearing emotion in your chest. It's like, oh my god, I fucking hate this gun, but I want to use it so bad because it's new. And that's pretty much all I have to say for this review. As you know, I didn't have any PvP video for this just because I didn't want to stress over actually recording it. I did play a solid 7 to 8 games with each of these weapons and found out the information I needed to let you guys know about these weapons. It is not a gun to stress over, guys. Please don't worry about it too much. It's just, don't stress over not getting these weapons. If they get to drop, sweet. If not, sweet. You know, it's one of those types of things. And that's why I did a double review. It's not one of those, types of weapons to stress over. So please have a good day, Guardians. Please like, comment, and subscribe below, and I will catch you on the flip side.